After agreeing to a mutual early termination of his contract, Daniel Ricciardo will depart McLaren after the current campaign. Although Alpine is still adamant they have a contract for its wantaway youth to stay, the confirmation of the early separation opens the door for Oscar Piastri to join the Woking team. In this video, we'll find out all the details. Keep watching. "It's been a privilege to be a part of the McLaren racing family for the last 2 seasons, said Ricciardo, an 8-time race winner who joined McLaren in 2021 but has struggled with consistency. "Following several months of discussions with Zach and Andreas, we have decided to terminate my contract with the team early and agree to mutually part ways at the end of this season. I'll be announcing my plans in due course, but regardless of what this next chapter brings, I have no regrets and am proud of the effort and work I gave McLaren, especially the win in Monza last season," said Ricciardo. After joining McLaren, Ricciardo signed a 3-year contract. He was adamant that he would stay, even posting a statement on social media in July before the Alpine Piastri drama started. His contract did extend through 2023. However, an unprecedented transfer story expedited his leaving when he had a terrible performance on the track. Early in August, Fernando Alonso announced he would be leaving Alpine for Aston Martin in 2023. Alpine then appeared to act quickly by announcing their current reserve Piastri. In a now famous social media post, F1 prospect Piastri, however, disputed his team's assertion and stated he will be competing elsewhere in 2019. The team that is rumored to have an agreement with Piastri is McLaren, who has been planning to part ways with Ricciardo for months. Given that Alpine claims to have a contract with Piastri and the Australian is confident he has a leave of absence clause, Piastri is anticipated to join McLaren if the FIA's Contract Recognition Board approves the move. The end of a disappointing McLaren spell. After impressing at the front for Red Bull and later establishing himself as Renault's team leader, Ricciardo joined McLaren as a high-profile signing in 2021 but hasn't quite lived up to expectations. Young British driver Lando Norris has outperformed him, with his victory in the Italian GP last year serving as the highlight of his tenure. When he stated that Ricciardo had fallen short of expectations and hinted there were mechanisms to get out of his contract early this summer, McLaren CEO Zak Brown looked to be hinting at a breakup. In a team statement released on Wednesday ahead of the Belgian GP, he stated the following: "It's no secret that we hoped we could achieve more together, but seeing him stand on the top step of the podium as a McLaren driver was a highlight." Ricciardo's exit has not been made public, but he is free to join another team and has stated his intention to remain in Formula One. The hot topic of discussion among the Formula One fraternity continues to be Daniel Ricciardo's unclear future in the sport. Due to the 1-year reduction in the length of Ricciardo's McLaren contract, fellow Australian Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris have taken Ricciardo's place on the grid for the 2023 season. Ricciardo's future and potential destinations came into question as the craziness of the silly season played out. It seemed like a no-brainer to go back to Alpine, formerly Renault, where he raced for 2 seasons. However, the French team pursued and reportedly got their man in Pierre Gasly. Alfa Romeo, Williams, and Haas all have openings for 2023, and the Australian driver is being contacted by Haas team principal Gunther Steiner before the mid-season break. But a fresh rumor about Ricciardo and the dominant Mercedes has recently spread throughout the Formula One community. The Australian also claims to be open-minded to all possibilities. The Australian driver may join the 8-time champion team, according to F1 journalist Joe Sard, although not in a permanent grid position. The backup driver for the team would then be Ricciardo. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell have established themselves as a potent driving duo, earning Mercedes seats for 2023. Ricciardo's best move might be to become reserve driver at Mercedes, to help build up his confidence again, Sard wrote. Hamilton's contract is slated to expire at the end of 2023, and he has been the subject of rumors about retiring for more than a year at this point. When asked if he would consider playing a backup position for one of the 3 elite teams, Ricciardo responded that he was open-minded. "I'm pretty open-minded with any scenario. I think there are pros and cons to all of it. There are pros with having some time off as well. Currently, the 18 months I've had has been more challenging than not, so maybe some time away would be good," Ricciardo said after the Dutch Grand Prix. "But also staying active is good. That's why I kind of want to hear everything. Even if it's a reserve, I don't want to be too proud to say I'm too good for that. I just want to hear everything and see what makes sense. It could be something that sets me up better for the future, and next year may be one of those years where I need a bit of patience." Ricciardo reaffirmed that he would choose to return to the front of the grid over any other alternative if the chance to do so presented itself. I still definitely can love a project. But of course, if there's this long project, and this one where you're going to win tomorrow, of course, I'm going to go for the quick wins, Ricciardo continued. They are things I will give some thought to. I don't also want to be stubborn or short-sighted and be like, oh no, I'm not interested in that. I will give everything its respected thought. From 2017, every 2 years I've been with a different team. I don't want to just sign something and think, wait, now something else is there for 2024, Ricciardo stated. The Italian Grand Prix marks the start of the F1 season this very September. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel.